Hey there, everyone. Welcome to my new show, Share the Knowledge, STK, where we share knowledge about more than just silver, gold, platinum, and palladium, where we talk about credit, we talk about loans, we talk about cryptocurrencies, you name it, we're going to talk about it. So, with this first episode, I would like to talk to you about debit cards. Now, we all have debit cards. A debit card that we have may have the Visa or MasterCard logo on it, and we use that at the grocery store. We'll use it to pay a cell phone bill or things like that. So, with this one, though, it's a little different because this one is actually the Discover debit cashback checking account. Now, I actually got this account back at the beginning of this year in January 2018. Initially, when they first had the account set up, the account would give you back 10 cent per transaction. So if you bought something for $600, you were only going to get back 10 cent. So that kind of really wasn't worth it. So what they did, they kind of shut the account down. They wouldn't allow new accounts to be open, and they decided to go with an account that would give you 1% back. I signed up for it back in December, and I got the notification at the beginning of January, so I went and signed up for the account. Now, initially signing up for the account, I kind of input my information because it asked me was I already a Discover card, did I have a Discover credit card, and I said yes, and it allowed me to input some of my information from that automatically by just logging into, as if I was logging into my credit card account. So I did that, but there were some issues at the end, so I had to call Discover Card, called a number that said there was an issue, and it told me to call the number that was shown. So I called the number, and when the reps answered, they were out of the United States, which was pretty awesome, and they walked me through, and they were very patient walking me through the process of how to complete the account. Took a little bit, but they were very patient, and we got everything resolved, which was great. So the cool thing with this account is just some cool things. It's not a brick and mortar account, meaning that it's not an account that's tied to a bank that you can go walk in and withdraw money. So if you're a person who feels the need to be able to access your money quickly, this may not be the type of checking account that you want. As far as if you need to access, should I say, a certain amount, because you can use this at many different locations with the ATM, and that's one of the cool things about this card. So let me show you something real fast here. If you look on here, these are some of the cool perks of having this account. No monthly fees or minimum balance required. So, like some banks may tell you you have to maintain $500, $1,500 everyday balance, daily balance, in order to have the account without charges. But this account, no matter what the balance you have in your account, it's no fees. You can withdraw at 60,000 ATMs. I really like that. So what they have on the Discover card, when you're actually on the site, you can literally go in and put in your zip code, and it will pull up all the different locations where you can access the ATMs that will not charge you a fee, which is totally awesome. So I looked on there. There's so many locations that I can actually go where I live at and actually use this card, and I'm not charged by the ATM where that company, nor am I charged by Discover. So it's just great. That's a great thing, because sometimes you're out and about and you may not be close to your bank and you need the money. So if I know, hey, I can look this up and there's a CVS right 2 blocks from where I'm at that I can go get money for free, that is great. So that's one of the things that I really like about this checking account. And of course, you have your alerts, your mobile app, and your online bill pay, and you actually get checks. They sent me quite a bit of checks, and I didn't pay a penny for them. Of course, a lot of people don't use checks, but some people still use them to pay bills, pay electric, gas, or to write a personal check. maybe to your child is in college or something like that. You just may want to write a quick check to them or something, and you can actually do that with this checking account. And as you can see down here, it tells you that you earn you earn cashback rewards, and it says you earn 1% cash back bonus on up to $3,000, and that's $3,000 per month that you can earn cashback rewards. So if you think about it like that, that's roughly what is that, $30 a month that you can earn using this account. Excuse me, you can earn using this account, and that totals out to about $360 per year or annually that you can actually earn from using this card. So that's pretty cool. And then here it says that you can actually redeem any amount for cash or even transfer it to your Discover card bonus cashback bonus account. I have a Discover card, and that's what I plan on doing. I plan on transferring any cashback that I earn to my Discover cashback bonuses. And one of the reasons I would do that is because with this card, the 1% that you actually earn, let's say you close the account or something, they close the account or whatever, and or you close the account, you'll lose your points. Now, let's say if your account was compromised and they had to close it to open you up a new account for that purpose, they would just transfer your cashback rewards onto your new card. So you don't lose them if something like that happens. Just if they close the account for any reason or you just close the account, you will not retain the rewards. And that's kind of different from how the actual credit card is that they have, because with the credit card, those cash bonuses, they will deposit them directly into your account, or I think that you can receive a check or something like that. But you won't lose the points on the credit card. But on here, if it's closed for any reason, you will lose the points. Just a great card all around. So when I opened the account, like I said, very easy to set up, was very helpful when I did have an issue. You can start the account with zero cash initially, but I believe after 30, I believe it's 30 days, 30 to 45 days, you have to make a deposit or they'll close the account. But you can start the account and you can and they'll give you the option to put money into the account later. So you can basically send a check, or you can put your brick and mortar banks such as Chase, Fifth Third, PNC, put your account and routing number into there, and you can actually send money to the account that way. But even once you do that, you don't have to put cash in there immediately. So it's kind of cool. I really like that about the account. So initially, I tied it to my bank, and I only put in, I believe, $20. I just wanted to test the card out. So I got the card about a week later in the mail, and I activated the card, and the next day I went and used it at Walmart. I was just buying some little things. So I don't know, I think I used $5. Then I used another $7 elsewhere. And I just basically wanted to see how everything would work out. So the following month, which was February, I looked onto my app and it showed that I had the few cents that I earned from the previous month. So you won't actually see what you've earned until the following month statement. That's when. So if you use it, let's say in March, you won't see your rewards until the beginning of April. That's when you'll see the rewards that you've earned for the previous month. But overall, I haven't had any issues with the card. I've used it different places, no issues whatsoever. I really like the card, and one of the cool things I like is just that 1% prevents me from using my credit card so much, because there's some things that I like to use my credit card for, and I normally use it just to get, the extra few dollars back. I've made some decent sized purchases where I've used $1,000, and I pretty much just use the card just to get the 1%, to get the cash back. So with that, I can use this card as opposed to using a credit card, because I don't know about you guys, but I know sometimes I've had the tendency sometimes to not want to pay a credit card in full. So if I'm pulling the money, even though I had the money, sometimes I've, have not wanted to pay the card in full. So that temptation is not there when using this because it's coming directly out. The cash is coming out and I'm earning 1%. Of course, just like with anything, there's limitations to where you can earn that 1% at. For example, you will not earn 1% if you use peer-to-peer things such as PayPal. Depending on how it's set up, whatnot, you may not earn points. And I believe the other ones at Venmo or Vimo, something like that, you will not earn if you use this card with that company as well. So peer-to-peer, you will not earn the 1%. If you're using this card to pay, let's say, another credit card, you will not get the 1% back, cash back. So just like a credit card, it has its pros and cons. And one of the setbacks as well, this does not have categories because, some cards will give you categories. For example, the Discover card, the credit card will give you up to 5% in certain categories. It rotates quarterly, I believe. They'll give you, say, hey, you can earn 5% on restaurants this month. And, the next month it may be like, gas stations and, hardware stores and whatnot. So this card doesn't do that. So if you want to earn more rewards, you'll be better off using your credit card at that point. But transactions you're going to do that you have the money for anyway, I would bank on using this. And one of the things I plan to do with the card, I plan on putting a certain amount on there. So let's say I put $500 on here, whatever, $600. I'll use this card for, buying my bullion and things like that just to get the 1% back. And then, if I use $300 out of that $600 that I put on there, I'll put that $300 back on there. Kind of treat it like a credit card, just so I always have the convenience of if I want to earn that 1% when I'm going to buy something, I'm buying bullion from Modern Coin Mart, AFMEX, Bullion Exchanges, GM Bullion, wherever, I'll get that 1%. So if you can handle not having a bank not having a bank that you can go in and talk to somebody, or if you need a certain larger amount of cash and you're willing to wait a few days to get it, such as 3 business days, these accounts work great for you. I really like the account. Haven't had any problems so far. So now I'm going to really test drive it. I did a small test drive. Now I'm going to go a few extra miles with it. So hopefully the card lives up to all the advertisements that they have here. Here are some of the other things that they have here. Let me open this up. So if you want to kind of look at it, pause it, you can do so. Let's make sure you can see these. But so far, I like the account. No problems whatsoever. And hopefully it stays that way. So I just wanted to share this with you guys, and let me know what you think if you have this card. Let me know, what do you think about the pros and cons of the card, or if you've had any issues with this card. Please put it in the comment section. Once again, this is Metallic, the Coin Medic, and I thank you so much for tuning in to Share the Knowledge, and I'll see you next week.